I am so excited to be at Penny and Lulu today with Susie and Carol. Thanks so much for having me.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. So we're just going to dive right in. Start by telling me a little bit about how Penny and Lulu came to be. That's a big loaded question, I know.
It is. It's a long story.
We're a Penwell
Uh-huh.
and a Lowenberg. A P and an L.
A P and an L.
Yeah.
And we were Penwell and Lowenberg Design forever. 26 years. And then we decided to dive back into the florist event business with interior design.
Thank you for doing that.
And we took a P and an L, Penny and Lulu.
Ta-da!
Here we are.
Yeah.
That's how.
We wanted to be young.
Right. And you are.
Of course.
It's just young at heart, right?
That's
Yes,
right.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That attitude comes through in everything you do. I'm specifically interested in sort of your background in design because I think one of the things that sets you apart is your design aesthetic. So yes, of course, we're surrounded by these beautiful lush flowers and you do flowers, but there's so much more to it. So talk a little bit about your design and your process.
Well, I think we both come from families that loved beauty.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Our mothers, especially.
We were both raised in homes that always had flowers, had art, had gorgeous entertaining.
Uh-huh.
We were born to it, don't you
Right.
think?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
And I think I was a music major in college. See? But here we are.
Yeah.
And I've always been involved in our community,
Mm-hmm.
did things nonprofit-wise for years, but then it became a business.
Right.
And that's how we were born. Two women that wanted to take it a further step.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. And we play off of each other. And we've always said anybody that has a good eye for beauty can create.
Anyone who has a good eye for beauty can create. Ooh, I love that line. That gives me like
It's
little
the
shivers.
truth.
It's the truth.
It is
Yeah.
the truth.
Uh-huh.
We both love our interior in our homes.
Uh-huh.
That's number one. We love beauty around us every day. And what more can you have than to walk into a studio full of flowers every day
Mm-hmm.
and be happy?
Right.
Full of emotion, full of happiness, and full of all the wonderful people that work with us.
Sure.
Because we'd be nothing without our team.
Yeah.
Nothing. And that's why we're here.
And if your job is spreading beauty every day, like
Oh, right. Oh, for sure. And we love to, as soon as our delivery person comes back, we say, well, what do they think?
Yeah.
What do they say? We're so excited and everything that goes out of the shop, we collaborate on. We discuss the flowers. We often find out what they have going on in their home, where something's going to end up, or a bouquet will end up. And so we really work at it.
We're detectives.
Yes, you are. You
We
have
are
to sleuth
detectives,
out.
And when that phone rings and someone says, I want to send flowers, okay,
Okay, what?
tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about the
Do they like?
interior.
What colors do they like?
And sometimes they go, you got any more questions? We said, yeah, a couple more.
I'm not
Because we
done.
do. That's how we
Uh-huh.
then can send a bouquet that really belongs in that home. That's going to thrill that person that's getting it.
Mhm.
Right.
Because it's what they love.
You're not just throwing something
No.
generic into a
No.
vase and saying,
It's,
here.
we ask their favorite colors.
Yeah.
And they go, favorite colors? I don't know what their favorite color. I said, what color's her hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if she's dark-headed, she loves jewel tones.
Right.
Right? If she's a blonde, she doesn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how we are detectives.
I love that. So if a customer's coming into the shop for the first time and you have your sleuth hats on, how do you guide somebody?
First to the flowers.
First to the flowers.
First to the flowers.
Uh-huh.
Then to the container.
Mhm.
Is the container important?
Yeah.
Is it something they want to hold on to?
Right.
Maybe, maybe not.
Mhm.
Because containers cost money. We know that everything's going to cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And so we want to know their comfort zone with their price range.
Sure. Yeah.
Most important.
Yeah.
And we have to have a small little minimum. Of course we do, or we wouldn't be in business.
But you want to have somebody
But we
feel
want-
like you're getting a value too.
Oh,
yeah.
sure. Yeah. And so many men now that come in just say, oh, whatever you want. And so we'll put something together for them and after, talking it over and stuff. But they come in now because they need something.
Right.
They need that bouquet for some reason. Anniversary, birthday, or
Sure.
whatever.
Yeah. Or they're in trouble.
They're in trouble. That does happen.
I'm sure.
And
Yeah.
we never say a word.
Right.
Mom is the word.
Mom is the
Mom
word.
is the word.
There's a mom. We have a
There's
mom.
a
I know. How many secrets do you know as florists?
Oh, a lot.
Too many, and it's do not reveal.
Excellent.
Because we're told that many, many times.
It goes in the vaults back there, right?
Absolutely.
In
Absolutely.
our safe room.
Safe room. Good to
And
know.
what goes out of the bouquet sometimes,
Uh-huh.
you never know. There might be a ring.
Oh.
There might be some sweet little sentiment that nobody knows about, but it's being presented to that
Oh.
person. Isn't that fun?
I love that.
Yeah, there you go.
Buried in the bouquet
Absolutely.
somewhere.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
excellent. So right now we are in the height of the holiday season, and you have made the studio look like a charming, delightful winter wonderland. What was that process like? How do you decide, like, we're going to go with this theme, and then how do you build it out?
A lot of collaboration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Collaboration. And we knew we didn't want to be like all the other stores
Uh-huh.
because the big box stores have all the red and green and everything. And we decided we just needed to be different.
Yeah.
And we both like nature.
Mhm.
I mean, if you look around, we always have staghorns and feathers and twigs and berries, and that's just
We're foragers.
Yeah.
how
We're
we roll.
foragers. Always have been.
So,
If you go into our homes, you'll see big sheds. You'll see just nature.
Yeah.
Nature, nature, nature. And the birch is being repurposed in here because birch trees in the valley have gotten the virus and they're being cut down all over.
Right.
So we took those beautiful birch trees and we repurposed them, made them be gorgeous and white and glistening.
Yeah.
So here we are in
It's
our
so
little
beautiful.
woodland in here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a great experience to walk in.
Uh-huh.
We don't care if you buy anything. Come
Right.
on in.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Uh-huh.
Take it and just
Mhm.
love it. Carol used to come in and shop years and years ago just to get the experience.
Yeah.
When she wasn't my business partner, and she did, and,
And
that
then you
was
sucked her in.
Yeah, absolutely. You got it. You got it. It's great fun.
How long did it take to set up? You have to actually close the store for a day.
One day.
One day.
One
Okay.
day. But we had everything made and everything before. So
Smart.
we were ready just to bring it in.
It feels like the trend these days is like this push earlier and earlier and earlier. I was seeing
Yeah.
stuff for the holidays in before
It's hard to do.
October. So do you feel pressure to have to?
This was done Monday,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
just 3 days ago.
Smart.
So I mean,
Yeah.
and we for years waited till after Thanksgiving,
Right.
but people clamored. They wanted to see it.
Yeah.
So we changed, and but we're having a very soft opening now, and then a grand opening after Thanksgiving.
Right.
There you go.
And this still works for Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
We've got all the wheat in the back room.
All right. Now we are at the hard-hitting part of our interview, where I ask you 10 rapid-fire questions. Answer whatever comes to mind. Okay? Are you
Got
for
it.
this?
Yes.
Okay. Good. All right. Where is the best spot to stash secret evidence?
Inside a flower.
Oh, that was quick. I like it. Cellophane, yes or no?
No.
Good. Favorite flower?
Gardenia.
Gardenia.
Foxtail lily.
Ooh. Signature color?
White.
White.
Ah. Oh, she took mine.
Oh, yeah. You can share. You can share. It's
Oh.
okay. It's the holiday season. We're
There's a
sharing.
reason we've been together this long.
That's right. Murder weapon of choice.
Ooh. Ooh, don't think ever think about that. Oh, not in this house.
Book or movie?
Book.
Book. Good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Gone with the wind.
Gone with the Wind. Oh. Baby's breath or never baby's breath?
Mm-mm. Sometimes it just has to happen.
Really?
Oh, yes. If
Oh.
the client wants baby's breath,
Baby's breath I shall
baby's
take.
breath it is.
Please suck it up and put it in.
I can't do it. Current flower trend.
Simple,
Simple.
uncluttered, monochromatic.
Favorite season.
We were just talking about that. We like them all.
You like them all.
Yeah.
I agree.
Each one has its own beauty.
We can hardly wait
Yeah.
for the next one.
Right. And aren't we lucky that we live somewhere where we get
Yeah.
all of the seasons?
All of it.
Yeah,
All of
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm with you. The best thing about working with flowers is
Love.
love. Love. Let's talk a little bit about trends. How do you stay on top of trends? Do you stay on top of trends?
Oh, every day.
Yeah, we do. And it's just studying, really basic.
Constant.
Constantly.
Lots of periodicals we get, lots of mags we get. It's really important. You know, we know what the color of the year is going to be. Pantone color of the year. That's a trend for weddings. You do oodles of weddings. And it, you know, one year it was just all burgundy, all marsala. And there we were.
Mhm.
It's dark, you know, you've got to pop it up. I mean, what are you going to do with that? But that we have to stay on top of it every minute.
And what do you think the trend is going into 2019? Do you have a sense yet?
What's green?
What's green?
Green's back.
Green's back. You heard it here first.
Green is
Penny and
back.
Lulu, they're
Yeah,
calling
yeah.
it now.
It is. That deep, rich green.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, we'll do it.
Right.
You know, but it needs a pop. How are we going to pop it? But still, the trend for weddings is really the blushes,
Right.
the creams,
Yeah.
the peaches, the soft tones.
The romantic.
It
Sort
is.
of what is really driving that is Instagram
Yeah.
and Pinterest with our brides.
Sure.
They come in with their iPads or their iPhones or whatever device, and this is what I want. This is what I want, and it's just what they've seen on, you know.
And then we have to magically make it happen.
Right.
When that flower is not available,
Right.
when
Right.
they want it, you know, but
you
we've
can't
got
have
to make
peonies in
it.
December. They just aren't fresh.
But they're
then.
coming. Now they're such a popular flower, the peony,
Uh-huh.
that they're now growing them more in Chile and New Zealand, and so that the markets are going to swing to it. Then it won't be important anymore, don't you know?
Yeah,
Because
right.
it will
It'll be
be
something
Then it'll be
else.
off trend. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But that's sort of what you have to keep up with.
Yeah.
You both are trendsetters, I would say, too. It seems like you're kind of always on the cutting edge of what's happening. Like, is that intentional? You know, have you made a decision like we want to try to keep things fresh and push ourselves a little bit?
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day.
I think we just don't want to be stuck somewhere. We always want to be growing,
Yeah.
and I think that's how we've always been.
It is.
And
It
sometimes
is.
it trips us up a little bit because we're maybe a little bit more ahead than where we live.
It'll sell better the next year.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's almost like you're putting
And-
it out
no,
there.
it's true.
Uh-huh.
Very, very
And
true.
setting the tone a little
We
bit.
have brought in things for the holiday, and we go, oh, we love it. We want it in our home, or we just love it.
Yeah.
It sits here.
Uh-huh.
Then the next year we'll bring it out. It's gone.
Gone.
Minute.
Right.
gone.
And you're already probably on to the
There
next
you go.
trend.
Yeah, that's
There you
right.
go.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't go to markets like we used to because we can't get out of here.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's what happens. You get so entrenched in your business, you can't travel,
Right.
and we miss that.
We were talking a little bit about clients and how clients almost become like your
Yeah.
community, friends
Oh,
and
yeah,
family.
for
What,
sure.
what is that part of the business like?
I think that's one of the most wonderful parts
Uh-huh.
of the business, really,
Mhm.
because we can touch people.
Yeah.
And, you know, some of it's because of sadness, or
Sure.
some of it's a celebration, or maybe it's just because we've been thinking about you. And that's sort of what we do. We
That's
both
what
are.
flowers are.
Yeah.
We touch people every day with the emotion.
Right.
Just think when you come up to someone's home with a bouquet.
Yeah.
They don't know who it's from.
Right.
There's a sweet card attached. We write out all of our cards, handwritten, beautifully done, so that it becomes a treasured moment as well to get that card.
Sure.
They open the door and there it is. Think
Yeah.
of that,
Right.
what that does to your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what happens every day from here. So the delivery person is just as important to this business
Mhm,
as the
absolutely.
person out there designing the bouquet.
Mhm.
Sure.
And all of our designers are artists through and through. We'd be nothing without our fabulous team.
Yeah.
Be
Very true.
nothing.
Mhm.
Because we really treasure what they do for us.
Mhm.
Because we give everybody, they're here, so that just puts the cream on the top, doesn't it?
Yes.
When they know that every bouquet is so important, whether it be for $10 or $3,000,
Right.
it has to be beautiful.
They're all designed.
Yeah, all
with
designed.
love.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what it's about.
Since we're talking about design, let's say that a reader or someone at home sees this and they say, okay, I want to try to design something myself, like what starting point do you suggest to people if they're going to try to do something new at home?
Well, there's nothing they can't do now by going and Googling.
Yeah.
I mean,
Google.
every item is there. You
Yeah.
can go learn how to make anything online now.
Right.
You know, you can.
It's true.
Mhm.
But we've been clamored every day. We get calls. Please teach classes.
Yeah.
Teach classes, and we want to.
Uh-huh.
We really want to teach classes, and it's our goal next year to do that.
Ooh. Love it.
Because it's where it's at.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And people love to come in and they love to partake, and we love to teach. So that'll happen.
Excellent.
It'll happen.
I'm excited about
Yeah.
that. What are some of the challenges of being a 2-woman team and running a small independent business?
Well, we've been together for a very long time, 28 years maybe.
We don't count anymore.
2, just a couple.
Yeah. And we've sort of settled in, probably like a marriage in a
Uh-huh.
sense of what one person is better at than the other and how we kind of balance each other. And so it's really just sort of natural and easy anymore. It's not difficult. It really isn't.
I mean, how many women can be in business
For 28 years.
For 28 years.
Yeah.
And maintain it
And maintain a friendship.
and maintain a friendship.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Teary-eyed. Because it's true.
Yeah.
And because we both have goals and we both have high standards.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's why we
Uh-huh.
get to be where we are today.
Mhm.
We truly do. We want to write a book.
Yeah. Oh,
We
good.
would love to write a book, and maybe we will.
Yes, you
know?
should.
We have many memories. We have many. We can't tell you all the events we have done for people.
And think of how gorgeously beautiful your book could be. Not just the words, but the pictures
Exactly.
that would go along with
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And interior design,
Yeah.
because this is. I mean, that was a huge part of our business for years and years and years. And Carol, we still do interior design, so we are quite diversified.
Yeah.
When you stop and think about it, we do events, big, beautiful events. We do interior design. We are everyday florists for all this wonderful community. Think of that.
Right.
We are very diversified. We don't sleep much at night.
It's okay.
We're always thinking.
Sleep
always
is overrated.
thinking.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, boy. But
Let's talk briefly about vessels.
Mhm.
There's a gorgeous hair
Mhm.
up at your workstation.
mm,
So if, we are thinking about kind of a traditional flower arrangement, it doesn't just have to be a glass vase, right?
No, absolutely not.
We
It
can
be
think outside
anything.
of the vase these
Oh, yeah.
days.
I like that. That's the name of a book.
There you go.
Outside of the vase.
Think outside of the vase.
I love that. Ah,
That's why
no.
she's the writer.
And we're not.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember very first thing we ever did is togetherness was a sack.
Ah,
We used a paper sack, and it was for a big party, and they wanted an inexpensive container, paper sack.
it is.
We rolled it down. It was craft paper. It was a knockout. So see, it could be the very simplest of items to be a container. But vessels have been used since the age of time. Just think.
Yeah.
I mean, look in here and all the vessels we have. We have a lot of rental vessels that we let people use for holiday or for weddings. We have vessels.
You probably
Lots
have.
of vessels.
You need more room for all the vessels.
Yes, we need more room. We're out of room. We keep expanding, and we can't expand anymore in this building.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I have had a blast this morning, and I really need to just go smell all the flowers now. That's what
I think you need
yeah.
to sniff.
Yeah, you
yeah, yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.